Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 74, and today we are returning with two more big games of our Tigers, both again at home as we take on Levante in the Champions League and Arsenal, the league leaders in the Premier League as well. Before we play these games though, show you how I've been getting on off camera. So of course in the last episode you saw what you'll see in today's episode in terms of a scenario. Two home games, one in Europe, one in the Premier League, and both Premier League games coming against the side right now in the top four. We beat Zenit 4-0 and then of course got that famous win over Manchester United by 4-2. Oh man, that was absolutely crazy. And yes, I know it's only our second win against them in about 30 attempts, but my goodness, I was going mental at that point. So yeah, two solid wins. I then played 5 games off camera and the run's still been going pretty well. We still haven't lost since the Bayern game at the Allianz Arena, and we started with a 4-1 victory away at the Bet365 Stadium against Stoke. Brian Donnelly once again bagging a brace for the second straight game. He really has picked it up since the struggling start to the season. Ruggiero also scored in this game as well, and Brian Reid completed our route in the 74th minute to make it 4-0. Stoke did grab a consolation goal, but we held on for a very impressive win away from home against Mark Hughes' side. He's still in charge, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he is. I'm almost certain. He's one of the few teams where the current manager in real life is still in charge there. Yeah, there he is, Mark Hughes. There we go. Okay, and after that, we then beat Levante by 3-2 away in Spain. This is a really topsy-turvy game, though. There were 4 goals inside 25 minutes. First, we took the lead through Ruggiero, then they equalised 2 minutes later. Then 9 minutes later, they made it 2-1 through Berisha. And then 6 minutes later, and 24 minutes in, Brian Donnelly then made it 2-2. And then there were no goals until 12 minutes after the restart, where once again, Brian Donnelly bagged a brace for the third straight game, making it 3-2, and we held on for a crucial 3 points in the Champions League. And you'll see our 4th game in the Champions League today against Levante, but this will be the home tie. After that, a 1-1 draw at home to Chelsea in the Premier League. Disappointing slip up. Chelsea out of form right now in the league in the game. We got a stroke of fortune for the first goal, an own goal from a corner, put us in front. They did equalise with 80 minutes to go to make sure we couldn't claim all 3. We responded with back-to-back wins, first against Chelsea once again at home, this time in the EFL Cup, where I fielded a weakened side for this game. The board don't care about it, neither do I, yet we still managed to come from behind to win. They took the lead, and then 2 goals from Brian Reid, 5 and 10 minutes either side of half-time. Saw us win the game and go through to the quarterfinals, where we'll take on Manchester United at home. So I was surprised to get through, did not expect it at all, but Brian Reid carried the team and single-handedly put us through, so how about that? And the last game off camera was a 1-0 victory at St Mary's as we beat Southampton thanks to a Brian Donnelly penalty. So the run has been very, very good, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games without a loss, and 8 wins from those 10 as well, which puts us right now in the Premier League in 3rd place, although we are 4 points behind the league leaders Arsenal. But it's been a good start. We started off very slowly, admittedly, but since then we've picked it up, and right now I would say the top 3 are probably going to be the top 3 for the remainder of the season. I know there's still a long way to go. We're only 10 games in, only just past the quarter of the way stage, but these 3 teams right now seem to be the pace setters, and I think this is probably the top 3 for the title coming the end of the season. Sorry, the top 3 for the title coming the end of the season. What I mean is that the 3 teams that have the best chance of winning the title come the end of the season. There we go. It wasn't very clearly explained, that was it. But anyway, in the Champions League as well, as you can see, we're at the halfway point now, and we are top of the group as well, which is really awesome. Oh, you can never click on it, can you? That really annoys me. We are top of the group as well with 6 points, 2 wins from our 3 games, of course, the 1 defeat to Bayern Munich. And Levante, really weird team. They're bottom of the group right now with 2 points and no wins from their first 3. But the games they've played, they've not seemed to have played badly. And of course, in that game against Bayern, where we played Zenit in the last episode, they were 4-1 up, if you remember correctly. They do well, they just don't get the wins, which is quite weird. So even right now, you still couldn't count them out of qualifying come the end of 6 games. But yeah, we're doing okay at the moment in both competitions, and we're doing quite well. So that's basically it, and I think we're just going to dive straight into the first game of today's episode. And of course, that is against Levante here at the KCOM Stadium in the 4th game of the Champions League group stage. And let's just dive straight into it. So I set my lineup pre-game, and I'm comfortable with it. So let's get to it. Right now in the injury report, only 1 player that's out, and that is Eric Van Dijk. You saw his injury in the last episode. Hasn't played a competitive minute since then. Hopefully today he'll be okay to at least come off the bench in the Arsenal game. But we'll have to wait and see. His physicals have declined a little bit since the injury, but other than that, he's coming back to fitness, and that's great to see. So this will be a team for the game then. It's a 4-2-4. Should say in our run off camera, I've been experimenting with formations, normally playing a 4-2-4, but the last game was a 3-5-2 against Southampton, and the game before that was a 4-2-3-1 against Chelsea in the Cup, keeping opposition managers guessing and going back to our 4-2-4 for today's game. Raj, the captain's in goal. The back four is Timon, Dimov, Keane and Geo. In midfield we have Malonas and Barkley through the middle of the park, and Miguel on the left and Barley on the right are our wingers. Up top together, the Bryans, Donnelly and Reed, and on the bench Vicari, the Moose, Baluk, Kirkpatrick, Olivier Becerra and Ruggiero as well. So first game, it's Levante, it's at home, let's get the win, come on Hull. Should say, for those that follow me on Twitter, it's @DocLanders. There's always a link in the description of all my videos if you want to follow me on Twitter. You would have known that last night, or it might be the night before, depending on when you see this video, I was recording this episode, and I'd played both of these games against Levante and Arsenal. And I'll be honest, we won both of those games. I was really pleased. We beat Levante 2-0 and Arsenal 2-1. And as I was exiting the Arsenal game, my iMac froze, and I was literally just hammering down on the keyboard, escape, escape, escape. F3, do something, you know, but the computer just wouldn't react. So unfortunately, that episode got lost. That's a bit of a shame. And hopefully, we'll get the same two results and scorelines today. That would be good. But yeah, this is the second time I'm playing these games. So I'll not be happy if we don't win them. But anyway, first chance to us. Malonas through towards Miguel down left. This should be a goal. We got the numbers here. Miguel sweats it. Oh no, he doesn't. He went for goal. Oh, I thought he was going to cross it across towards Donnelly or Reed, I think it was. And he went for goal from a stupidly tight angle and it trickled behind for a goal kick. That should have been 1-0 there. Why did he not play the ball across? That was such a silly decision from our number 11. And that should have been 1-0. Maybe a chance here though. Donnelly could be through. Donnelly could be through. Fires it wide himself. He could have kept on going as well there. Still 0-0. I talked about this before. Players take shots on really early in this team for some reason. I don't know why. But it's still 0-0. We've made a brighter start to the game though. Now let's capitalise. Barkley's header. And it's going to come down to Donnelly. Back towards Barley. First time across the middle. Headed away. Brian Malonas wins it back though, as he continues to do in this game. Michael Keane now through towards Barley, down the right, in towards Ross Barkley. Can he pull the trigger? No, he finds Reed through to Dimov. Oh, hello, Blagoves, the Bulgarian. What a finish from Dimov, and our centre-back puts us deservedly in front. Oh yes, that's what I want to see. The Barley to Ross Barkley and the former Everton man to Reed. First time pass to Dimov, and the Bulgarian's got at least a decent little finish on him. That's already his third goal of the season, and he scored a couple of nice goals throughout the series, the Bulgarian. 1-0 to Hull, and we do take the early lead. Full value for it as well. Now let's find a second goal and settle some nerves. How about right now? 33 minutes in, Barley's cross, and Keane goes down, and Tyrone Mings for Levante. How about that? The ex-Bournemouth and Ipswich man gives away a penalty and a chance for us to make it 2-0, which we should do. Now, Donnelly scored his last 3 or 4 penalties, I do believe, if you include the Community Shield one as well. So I'm feeling confident. We're 1-0 up, we're playing well. Come on, Donnelly, tuck this one away and make it 2 for us. There we go, right into the top corner. He's really picked it up. 2-0 to Hull, and yeah, we're in cruise control right now. He had a nasty habit of score one, miss one, score one, miss one in this team, but now it's score, 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 occasional miss, score, 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 and I'm really liking that. He's become much more confident from 12 yards, and that's great to see. So 2-0 to Hull. Can it become 3 here, 38 minutes in? Oh, it should have done, but Donnelly, it's the post, and it's eventually cleared behind for a corner. We really are in the mood right now, and we are just on fire. Well, as things stand, we're on for the same scoreline we would have got had my Mac not crashed on Monday night, but there's still 30 minutes to go. Don't rule out Levante. As I said, they've been playing well in this group, just haven't been getting the wins, and there's still time for them to get back in this game and also find at least a point. As Jimenez finds Fernandez, who is down the right-hand side. Dimov comes across but can't deny the cross, and oh, what a save by the captain, Raj. That should have been 2-1. The number 9 had a free strike at goal about 6 yards out, and Raj makes a really good save and keeps us 2 goals to the good. Well done, skipper. But another highlight directly afterwards, and Levante now are beginning to come into their own, which I did expect to happen at some point, as again, they've played alright in this group. And now they're going to show us what they're all about and why they're in Europe's premier competition. Jimenez on the ball. He's trying to get past Malonas and finds Fernandez. Deal with a clearance though. Finds Donnelly. And now a chance on the break for Brian Donnelly down left-hand side. Can he cross towards Brian Reed in the centre? Yes, he can. The Bryans link up, and Levante could have got themselves back in this game and half the deficit. But instead, 2 minutes later, we go up the other end and make it 3-0. That really is a sucker punch from the Tigers. Donnelly to Reed. The Bryans link up, and the Scottish Bros put us 3 goals to the good. And surely now the 3 points are in the bag. So I just changed a couple of things in the tactics. Much lowered the tempo, told the boys to stay on their feet as well, so we won't get any silly yellow cards as the game comes to its close, and that is going to do it. So, in the end, in a way, I'm kind of glad my Mac did crash, at least for the first game, because we end up getting one more goal than we would have originally got. 3-0 the final score, a very, very good performance, and I am delighted with that. Now we've got to beat Arsenal by 3-1, and I'll take that as well. But yeah, good display that one, very good performance, very, very good in front of goal, as we expected, and that means right now we are top of the group with 9 points, and I do believe now that means 1 win in our next Champions League game, and that'll put us through to the next round with a game to spare. Excellent stuff. Alright, so second and final game today, it is Arsenal in the Premier League, and hopefully we'll get the win once again and continue our very good run and extend the unbeaten streak to 12. Huge game really in the Premier League, and if we do want to be serious title contenders this year, unlike, well, throughout the entire series, then we've got to make sure we win these sort of games. We beat United in the last episode, and now let's beat the league leaders, Arsenal. So this will be the team for the game. Let's stick with the 4-2-4 and the same instructions. I've got Van Dijk on the bench because he's got his conditioning up. He passed a fitness test, but 72% match sharpness. I never like to have players on the bench if they've got that low match sharpness. I like to play them in the under-23s game. Our next one is in 2 days' time, and we've got an international break as well. But oh, I want him on the bench because he spent all that money on the guy. It would be silly to leave him in the reserve. So this will be a team for the game then, 4-2-4. Changes in personnel but not in tactics, and this is the lineup. Raj in goal, a back four of Huck, the Moose, Sonogo and Balut in the midfield, Kirkpatrick and Saidi. On the wings, Olivier and Bali, and up top together, Ruggiero and Brian Donnelly. On the bench, Vicari, Dimov, Pereira, Malonas, Miguel, Van Dijk and Reed as well. And I think it's a completely changed first 11 other than Bali, Raj and Donnelly. Is that right? I'm not sure. I think it is. But anyway, yeah, let's get to the game. It is Arsenal. Come on, Hull City. This is huge. We got to come through and get the win and show that we are good enough to win the title this year. We are good enough, but whether we do it is another matter. We were good enough last year, and the year before that, I think, as well. It's just that my stupid tactics couldn't get us anywhere close to Manchester United, and their dominance, of course, let's be honest. But this year I've got a different feeling, though. You know, this year I've definitely got a different feeling. The last 2 years, I kept on thinking top 3, and I'm relatively satisfied with it. But this year, we have to be in a genuine title race. We don't need to win it. We don't have to win the title this year, because top 4 is still enough for the board, and enough for me as well. Top 3 is my mandatory requirement this year. But we have to at least be in a title race. We don't have to win it and end up getting the silverware. We've at least got to put the pressure on, per se. Because last year, United were just going, what pressure? And the first highlight comes to Arsenal from a corner, but Raj claims it pretty well, as we are still tied at 0-0. Nothing to report inside the first 5 minutes. How about this for our first chance, maybe? Donnelly loses out in the air, but it will come to Bali down the right, and plays it through to Donnelly. It could be through. One-on-one. Oh, really makes the save. I've said it so many times, but when he goes through one-on-one, I don't ever fancy him to score. He misses so many of those great chances, and another one spurned there. Still 0-0. We should be in front. He's learned a trait, which is tries to round a keeper. I've never seen him try and do it once. I don't know why he doesn't do it. I've learnt it for him, or I should say he's learnt it, but he's never done it once. I don't know why he does. He's got the pace and the agility to do that, but he never does it. Still, Balut's across the middle, comes down to Bali, who shoots and puts it wide of the post via a deflection. 2 clear-cut chances in 6 minutes. A really great start. All we got to do is find an early goal, put the pressure on early, and then we'll really fancy our chances and put Arsenal up against the rope. So come on, Hull, let's take a chance and go in front. But instead, Arsenal are on the break here from this corner. Yoks down the right-hand side, goes down this flank and crosses. Raj is there, though, still 0-0. Come on, Hull. And another highlight with Sally. This one will come to Arsenal with 15 minutes on the clock. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain turns Willie Hack down the right-hand side, but Hack comes back to win it back. What a signing he's been as he plays it long, and Donnelly does really well to keep the ball in play and take it around his man. Great work from Donnelly. Tried to find Bali but couldn't, but it's okay because Kirkpatrick wins it back and finds through to Bali. First time past Ruggiero. Finds Brian Donnelly, and oh, he's at the bar this time. Dear, oh dear. Oh my word. First is one-on-one save by Rulli. This time gets it past him, but he hits the crossbar. I tell you, he's hit the woodwork more times than any other striker I've had in any FM save I've ever done. It's crazy. Surely this time, third time lucky, Donnelly taken down, penalty, and that's got to be a red card because Mustafi was the last man there, and that's got to be a straight red card. There was someone coming back, but I still think he was the last man in on goal. Is it a red or is it a yellow for the German Mustafi? Let's find out together. It's going to be, oh, it's a yellow. Referee's giving him the benefit of the doubt. I thought it was a red personally, but a yellow, fair enough. Maybe there was a covering defender. It happened so quickly. Come on, Donnelly. I praised you in the last game against Levante. Oh my, it's saved. What's happened, man? Seriously, why does he do this? Why does he do this? He does it to mess with me, I swear. Like, seriously, there are some games where he's literally unplayable. And then there are some games where I swear purposefully he misses so many golden chances just to mess with me. Oh, it's so bloody annoying. He's the most infuriating player I've ever had. But it's the fact that he does go on those amazing goal-scoring runs and scores 30+ goals a year, meaning I can never replace the guy. I can never sell him because I always know that I'm going to rely on him at some point. But then there are some games where he just does this and he goes missing. Come on, still 0-0. Maybe a chance for Arsenal to go in front against the run of play. Warburton back towards number 8. Piaka now on the ball. Plays it through and Sandro fires it in. I don't believe it. 1-0 Arsenal. This is ridiculous. He is the most infuriating player I've ever had in any Football Manager save ever. There are some games where he literally is unstoppable. And then there are games like this where he just chokes. He goes from alpha to beta. Like, he literally just has no confidence in himself, and he just cannot take any chances whatsoever. Come on, this time. I knew he was going to be through. Ruggiero, Donnelly, can he get a shot away? Donnelly! Oh, God. Get him off. 6.0 at the break. He's missed about 4 one-on-ones and a penalty as well. And I can't believe, because we've genuinely been playing well, we just haven't taken our chances. So at the break, I'm going to calmly say, I'm going to calmly say you've been unlucky, because we have been unlucky. And Donnelly, I'm going to criticise him assertively. I'm going to say, I'm not happy with your performance, and nothing's changed. He's relaxed and motivated. He's been looking frustrated. Maybe that'll help. Donnelly, man, seriously, he's just, what have I got to do to make him more reliable in these sort of games? Because he just can't seem to cope with the pressure. FA Cup final last year, bagged a goal and an assist as well. He was unbelievable. And I was thinking, he's turned a corner now. He's turned a corner. Now he's got over this small player mentality. He can be a big fish. As Ruggiero hits the post. But he just, oh God, we just can't seem to get any luck in this game. Now, I should say, to be fair to us, we've had a lot of luck of late in this series over the past, past probably calendar year, if you will, in terms of lucky goals we've been scoring and a bit of fortune, lucky moments as well. But in this game, nothing has gone our way. And I think with 20 minutes to go, that'll be the end of this game. So Van Dijk is going to come on. He'll play in the advanced forward role. Donnelly comes off. We'll also take off Olivier's been poor for Miguel as well. Won't change the instructions because we've genuinely played well. We just haven't taken our chances. So quickly in the team talk, I'm going to passionately say to the boys, I'm going to encourage them. And hopefully that'll spark us into at least one more clear-cut opportunity to get us back on level terms. But I cannot believe this, man. Seriously, we won the game that unfortunately when my Mac crashed 2-1. And Donnelly did score in that game as well. And Ruggiero scored the other one. But instead, in this game, we're just not going to score a single goal. And Arsenal could make it 2 here. Lucas Digne crosses Sandro 2-0. 2-0. We're going to go 7 points behind Arsenal in the table as well. This is a massive, massive loss, man. We had to get at least a point in this game. A loss was going to be disastrous. And unfortunately, that's what we're going to find. Sandro with the finish, connecting with the French left-back's cross. It's 2-0. We've genuinely played well. You know, and Arsenal may have had more shots and more on target. But I actually think we played better on the grand scheme of things. But instead, we're going to lose. Donnelly's dropped for the next game, whenever that is. I can't believe it, man. I really can't. Absolutely raging as Miguel crosses to Ruggiero, who heads it over the bar. That's our 5th clear-cut chance of the game, and we haven't taken a single one. So can't just blame Donnelly. Ruggiero's missed a couple of great chances as well. And unfortunately, we are going to taste defeat for the first time in 12. Our run comes to its end, and it's come against the opponent we couldn't afford to lose against. And Sandro can make it 3. Oh, dear. Oh, it's disastrous. It was all going so well after that Levante game. And we've totally capitulated against Arsenal. 3-0. We've had the better against Arsenal in recent games. And this is the game where sadly it all goes wrong. And it's the game where we couldn't afford to let it go wrong. Sandro with the finish. Past the captain makes it 3-0. I genuinely believe we've been the better team in this game with 5 clear-cut chances compared to 0. But how many times do I say this? How many times do I say this? If you don't take your chances, you will be punished. That's exactly what's happened. 3-0 Arsenal. And as things stand right now, they're going 6 points clear of United in second, although they will have the game in hand. And right now, I want us to be in a title race, but it might be neck and neck between those two for the remainder of the season. I think this is going to be a really big sort of not a statement game for us, but it's one of those games where it sort of dictates what happens next in the season. If we respond after this loss and play well and get back on a good unbeaten run and have this game as a blip, I still fancy our chance of getting back in the title race. But if we go on one of those stupid runs or only win 2 of our next 15 games or whatever, then that's basically that. We're out of the title race and we're not even halfway through the season. So aggressively, I'm going to say I'm far from pleased with the result. We did play okay, we just didn't take our chances. And for Donnelly as well, I mean, seriously, I'm angry. I'm angry with Brian. I really am. I thought he'd turn the corner. Instead, he's back to his old tricks once again. 3-0 the final score. Saeedi's injured for a few days. It's okay. He's got an international break. And that is a really bad way to end the episode. And oh god, I'm so annoyed my Matt crashed. Because we won the game, which sadly you'll never see, and this one was just pure disaster. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series then, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like. We shall return in the very next episode with games against. Let's find out. We've got a Bayern and Spurs double there, which we could do straight away after the Everton game. Or do we want to gather some pace a little bit? I mean, the Bayern game will see us through if we win, so I wouldn't mind playing that. And of course, Spurs as well, we quite a good game, but I kind of want to get a little bit more pace going, to be honest. I think what I might do, actually, is I think we'll probably lose to Bayern, despite us being at home. I think I'll come back for the final Champions League game, and also the Liverpool away as well, so 2 big away games, first at Anfield, and then in Russia as well. And we'll see what happens in those 2 massive ones for us, as we try and get back on the winning wagon. See, I'll play those games off camera, Everton, Bayern, Spurs and United, and come back for Liverpool and Zenit as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode despite the disastrous second game. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon. Bye.